Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and specifically welcome back to my playing series where I play live on YouTube without the benefit of being able to cherry pick games. Today I'm going to be playing all of the best American tanks inside the game, and so it's not just me playing premium tanks all the time, let's filter them out. And what a start for the video that we have today, and that is because I'm going to be playing in the one, the only, it's the T95. This vehicle was featured on the channel just a few days ago with a heroic game from, who was it? Was it the Right Glute of Exodia? I can't believe I can remember that name now. That's pretty appalling. But yeah, who could forget a name like that? Right Glute didn't have this lady, this surfing lady on the side of their vehicle. They decided that they prefer a brunette, whereas I haven't really customized it. This skin cost me 5 million credits. That's about 5 or 10 hours of my life grinding with a credit booster. Oosh. But it was available inside the black market. Very fetching. It's always interesting when I talk more about the skins than I actually talk about the tanks. Pause the video right now and take a look at my equipment because it's really weird. I use bounty protection technology, durability, and a turbo, and I use fuel instead of a repair kit on this vehicle. However, what this does is it gives the vehicle some really good engine power. And while I'd probably do better if I was using a bounty turbo or a bond turbo like Right Glute was, I just don't really feel like I have enough of those to be able to invest on every single vehicle that I have, right? Now, the T95 back in the day used to go 13 kilometers an hour. And that's why it was a vehicle that pretty much just sat in base and was kind of like the defense if the game was going to be a loss. Or alternatively, it would just go and sit on a flank, get there a little bit slow, and then probably find that the flank has already been won before you manage to get there and kind of cry. Now the vehicle can go at 24 even with just a regular turbo on this vehicle. And the reason why I like to use fuel instead of a repair kit on it is because when you're going up slope in this tank, oh my gosh, will you be missing any kind of engine power that you can get. Another thing to mention about this vehicle is that it's apparently got fuel written on the back. Okay, that's great. No, another thing to mention about this vehicle is that the field mods revolutionize it. So if any of you get this vehicle and you play through it and you finally get the E3 and you think, oh, it wasn't really that special, try it with the field mods. When you get especially the second field mod on it, which improves the ground resistances, I believe by about 15%, oh, it's amazing. You really can't go wrong. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, hold on, QB, are you not using vents and you're not using a gun rammer on a vehicle which is kind of meant to be for doing a little bit of damage? Sure, I understand that. But I just feel like the mobility is usually the thing that holds me back on this vehicle. It's not usually the firepower, and hopefully we can manage to get the C75 TS. We can't though. Okay. Do I feel like we'll hold this flank? I think we will, because we've got a Super Conqueror up there, and he's against BZ-176. He should be able to win that. I don't want to let this E75 come through the side, though. Maybe I should try and help him. I can actually do some serious damage to those heavies. But really, that's the position for low amounts of gun depression. This is the position for medium amounts of gun depression. That's the position for large amounts of gun depression. Always interesting how the fight happens around here. But hopefully this E75 just messes up, and he does. And oh, baby, we get him. You're going to shoot me in my lower plate, you pesky scallywag. Nice shot there for the E75. But we did trade up double on the old hit points there, so not too shabby. I hope this BZ-176 doesn't plug my Super Conqueror for 800 damage. Oh my word, he tried to fire an HE shell. I don't think he even managed it there. That's pretty appalling for him. I'm kind of wondering if I should try and maybe go on the high ground. Are they going to have to push the M103 now? Okay, I'm going to go and try and help this M103 out. Quite often in the E75, it's about looking for opportunities. Do you think he'll mind if I push in front? Oh, dude, will you let me through to kill him? Thanks, dude. I'll take the shot from the E75. It'll be fine. Sorry for pushing you there a little bit, mate, but I don't think he'll regret that much. There you go. You can finish him off now. I'll get out your way. Oh, you missed. You missed the shot, dude. We need you to get those shots in. Super Conqueror finishes off the BZ. That's looking good. And these are the kind of slow fights that this vehicle does very well with. Should I just load an HE shell here? I think I should. Hopefully this guy doesn't clap me, and we will finish him off like that. I'll say thank you. Thank you. Nice, he missed my lower plate. Super Conqueror in behind the AMX M454. And this is about as easy as it gets for the old T95. Is this guy going to ignore the Super Conqueror now and shoot me? Not sure that's a good choice. The guy's got Imber written on the side of his vehicle. And while the AMX M454 is definitely an imbalanced tank, that player didn't have an imbalanced game. Alright, so really nothing fancy here for the T95 so far. I've just done what the T95 does, which is be a big old trading heavy bruiser. And this is the part of the game where this extra mobility that I have from that fuel, it does cost 10,000 credits a game if you buy it in bulk at discount, which I do. So this is an expensive build for the T95. If I wasn't buying these premium consumables at discount, they would be costing me 60,000 credits a game, which is not very cool. But honestly, when I set this vehicle up like this, it became one of the most overpowered things I think I've ever played in World of Tanks history. And so, it's just quite refreshing to play vehicles without just, you know, the, oh, hello. If I hit this, it'll be ridiculous. It disappeared. I think I hit him. We'll have to see when he reappears, whether I absolutely clapped him or not. This Super Conqueror is getting his butt whooped, that's for sure. Do you think the SU will fire at me right now? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I gotta be careful here, actually. This game's actually really close. Should I try and blind fire the SU? Where was he? He was roughly about there. Roughly about there. We'll fire about there. No, not today, friend. I don't really want to turn to the side. A Super Conqueror just definitely lost most of his hit points. I guess what I need to do is try and help out the M103, but I don't think it's going to work. All right, I've got all of my team's hit points now. How shall I invest them? Oh, that's a good start. Oh, I really wish I hadn't blind fired now. Should I take the shot? Oh, no, 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 no. This is actually turning into a bit of a nightmare scenario for this vehicle, isn't it? Oh, yeah, yeah, come on. That didn't even go into the same postcode. This game's actually turning into a complete nightmare. Okay. Well, I guess I just got to drive at them, right? Oh, this doesn't look like the most sensible driving, but luckily, when your tracks are huge and you've got 4 of them, then it's not really a big deal. I'll say, hey team, I will push. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. All right, so we've got a TVP to worry about and a lot of TDs. And while this vehicle has a good amount of mobility, look at this. I'm actually going at 21 upslope. Man, with a regular turbo. It's quite tempted to put a Bond turbo on this thing. Hopefully the SU. I think I hit SU 130 PM. Maybe for like 900. He's probs one shot. He's probs a one shot. I'll tell the Super Conqueror that I'm just going to basically go and get into this. I really hope the TVP isn't up there. Looks like the SU was a one shot, so I was right, and that TVP made a big old misplay there. This is where this tank's armor is just so good. Okay, what now, guys? I'm the battle bunker. Instead of driving sideways, I'm just going to reverse and do a little bit of a wiggle. That's the best way to play the T95, the wiggles. Come on, Char. Take a risk. Take a risk. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, he baited me. I got baited, boys and girls. Hard baited. Oh, he actually gets me with my... How did he damage my tracks and my tank there? That's impressive. He must have got very lucky there, at least in my opinion. Everyone gets lucky when they play against the QuickyBabs, right? That's the way. Alright, so I just got to make sure that this Char doesn't flank me. So I think I should just sit over here and just start the cap. The Char could bomb it round here and get behind me, and that would be a complete nightmare, wouldn't it? But the Char is a one-shot, so I should be okay. I should be okay, he says. Alright, bring it on. Where's the Super Conqueror going? I'm telling the Super Conqueror to watch out for that position. Hello, Char, what's up? Is that how every T95 driver laughs? I think it is. Well, hippie, you got lucky on the first shot, but you didn't get lucky on the second shot. Cartman would be proud of me right now. That's right, that's right. We're up to 3 kills. Should we invite the Super Conqueror to get a Brothers in Arms medal? Go on then, we will. We'll get a Brothers in Arms medal together. Nice, mate. We can do this. 70 base cap points. They're gonna have to push me. Will they push me? I will cap it. I gotta force them to play right now. I gotta force them to play. I will cap it, otherwise this video is gonna go on forever. You think I just want to play the T95 in this video today? Come on, boys, that's why there's a cap circle. Come and protect it. To be fair, they did. Okay. I can't really stop the CS52 lease. But what I can do... Oh. Nice marksmanship. Oh, come on. We could have had something even bigger. I might just boost. Run a few boosts. Why not? Got 1,000 of them. They should be okay. All right, so what a start. And it looks like I did hit that SU 130 PM blind. because he died to the Super Conqueror very quickly, and he was last spotted on full health. So by the process of my deduction, that means that I believe that I did hit the blind shot. Well, Detective QuickyBabs, you managed to do 4,673 damage to start the game off with. I'll say, hey, great game. Thanks for the teamwork. Have a wonderful day, buddy. Okay, there we go. Nice win there with Ruberg from the EQLY clan. Good player there and a good tank. We did a good job. All right, while they're replying before I leave the platoon and look rude, like, oh yeah, KK, thanks, bye. Nice to get the brothers in arms there with the high caliber. And, a lot of that was payments, but we still made 60,000 credits profit. Christmas, boys and girls. All right, so that was the T95 in pretty much the perfect T95 game. All right, let's try and play the next best tank that is in a tank destroyer. So it is the 121, or the T21, as if I could speak English and read that it would be. So the T21, this is a tier 6 light tank. Tier 6 light tank. TY, same to you, says Ruberg. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. All right, so the T21, tier 6 light tank. It's a collector's vehicle, so I do think that one of the reasons why this vehicle will have a higher win ratio than it probably deserves is because nobody's really going to buy this unless they really like the tank. Field mods wise, I've actually got another field mod on this vehicle, so that's going to give me a second set of equipment. That'll actually be really nice on this vehicle. So I'm going to have one build where I think I focus on pure spotting, and then I'll have a build where I focus on a bit more of a damage-based approach. So my second build on this vehicle, I'm going to go for vents. Hopefully I can slap an exhaust on it, along with the coated optics. And then what this will do is it will give me enough spotting, but it will also improve my camo rating. And I'm going to use that for maps where I feel like I really need that extra camo. But I think I'm going to go for the gun rammer build for maps where a bit more all-purpose. I don't have the best of crews on this vehicle, but hopefully we can still run some magic as well. So the T21, it's kind of funny that it's a T21 when there's a tier 7 medium tank in the game, which is the T20. Whereas this is a lower tier light tank as far as I can tell. Yes, I am matched up against the Type 64. On this kind of a map, this is lovely for this vehicle. I got a great rate of fire, got a nice little pokey 76mm, I believe. And I should be able to just grind my opponents down with, I believe, my 10 degrees of gun depression. Although I will fully admit this isn't the kind of vehicle that I play all that often. Usually when funky things happen like this. So, the T21 on this map. This is a very unusual map, by the way. Wide Park. It's only available for tier 6 and below. And so when I'm playing a tier 6 tank and I see Wide Park, oh, I'm happy about it. Do you know that this map used to be available for tier 10 and it was pretty much exactly the same? And then what players would do is exactly what I'm going to do right now. They drive up here, they go, and they hopefully are the first light tank into position and they go, oh, I spot most of the enemy team. And then they fire a shot, and you could sometimes even find artillery before the game has even begun. So I think I just spotted maybe 8 tanks, maybe more. Gonna try and be a little bit cheeky. Oh no, the M6 got me. Right in the turret there, I have a new googly eye. Oh no, maybe not, maybe it hit me in the hull. Alright, so this map is all about gun depression and just being sneaky. That's what you gotta do. While this tank may not have very much armor, it actually has quite a nice little pokey gun. 130mm of pen and 177. This is the same gun that you get on the Easy 8, I believe. And while it might not be a good gun on an Easy 8, I'd say it's actually a pretty good gun on a light tank, because light tanks are usually undergunned, right? That gun handling is very nice. I wonder if this vehicle can also... I just spotted another 2 tanks. I pretty much lit up most of the enemy team. So as long as we win, I will get a scout medal. Alright. We've already got a high caliber. I believe I got a high caliber in my T95. Let's see if we can be the scout of scouts as well for this map. I don't think he's got a repair kit. Oh, he does. Oh, man. This gun is good. What a gun. What a lovely rate of fire. What a lovely amount of gun depression. Wow. This thing kind of feels like a tier 6 Comet, in a way. Pretty nice. Wow. Has this thing really gone underneath my radar as the second highest win ratio in the last 60 days on the European server? That's pretty impressive. I feel like a noob now for not knowing it. Now, I don't usually auto-aim, but in these kind of situations, auto-aim is not just for amateurs, as the QuickyBaby commander says. Or maybe it is. Because it's quite good to be able to also take a look to see what everyone's doing, you know? And that can allow you to be a little bit more sneaky. Plus, with the great gun handling this vehicle has, you can actually... Auto-aim isn't too bad for a ridgeline like this, but the situations where that actually is happening is not very often. Gosh, this gun depression's lovely. Am I going to try and fight the Vic here? I am. He doesn't think he has... he doesn't realize I've got such a good rate of fire. Man, imagine if I had a really good crew on this vehicle as well. It'd be absolutely awesome. Auto-aim is for amateurs. Anyone got the QB Commander? Does he berate you when you use your auto-aim? Sorry about that. A little bit of sass. It only happens 1 in 4 times, so you're just getting unlucky. Talk about getting unlucky. This Porlak's getting unlucky that he has a very angry T29 just farming and farming and farming. Alright. Well, there's an M6 over there. He's looking healthy along with a KV2. We've got some light tanks that are not looking so healthy. A Hellcat. I've got 297 hit points, so I can take a shot most of the time, he says. Looks like that Hellcat found me through the buildings. Is that rude? You're going to push forwards? Oh, what was that shot? That was a really bad shot, Will. What are you doing? Oh my god, Will! I call myself my real name on a YouTube video! Oh no, I have to be QuickyBabs. Yes, that's right. If you did not know, my name is Will. Well. And I have a lot of will to be able to get rid of this M6 from this game. Ooh, this game's going pretty good. I'd say all in all, this looks like this could be a very fun session of American tanks. America! Oh, what am I doing? The Hellcat's over there. Why are you rushing, Hellcat? No, you just fed the OI. Alright, well that was a quick game, unlike the T95 round. That one only lasted 3.5 minutes. That's the T29 in a nutshell. Always nice to do 2,000 damage, or 1,900. We're close to 1,900. I'd love to keep just only rounding up and not rounding down, to be fair, to the nearest 100, right? 1,900 damage with a bit of spotting is pretty good. And we did get the Scout Medal as well. Oh, that's very hard on White Park, right? So number 1 on damage, number 1 on experience. We spotted 10 on the enemy team. Definitely going to boost that. Boosting that will be very nice because I just think I got the rest of the field mods just like that. So what are we going to take? Holy moly, you're telling me this thing can either get accuracy or rate of fire? You know what? This thing's got such a good rate of fire. I'm actually going to improve the rate of fire on this tank instead of the accuracy. On quite a few light tanks that have higher alpha damage, I actually prefer to take the... get it out, QuickyBabs. I prefer to take the accuracy to make the shots count. For this one, this is a little bit more tricky. I'll probably end up taking the reverse speed though, because going at 24 backwards is much better than going at like 18 backwards on a vehicle like this. You haven't really even got that many hit points to take a shot anyway. So that's the T29, a half decent tank. And I almost forgot, if I'm not going to be playing all day today, I might as well boost up that T95 game as well. Alright, so we just saw the best light tank and we saw the best tank destroyer. Why don't we see the best medium tank, boys and girls? And it's another tier 6 vehicle. It's the M4A3E2. Now, I think, once again, that the M4A3E2, aka the Assault Sherman, is probably doing well for a few reasons. Firstly, because it's a collector's tank, and so again, casuals aren't playing it, and most people who are playing it are very dedicated players, so it'll skew the win ratio a little bit. So one of the funky things about this vehicle is that there's actually 2 competitive turrets. That's right, the stock turret is actually competitive on this vehicle because it has over double the armor. Sure, you lose pretty much all of the view range, some of the turret traverse, and your vehicle weighs an extra 600 kilograms, but to have 152 millimeters of turret armor is a good price to pay. Now, there is the 76mm on this tank, but you can only use that with the top turret. So accordingly, I like to use the stock turret and then use this big old derpy gun. And I want to have intuition so much that I'm going to recruit one of my American crew members that's been lying around. I can't believe I'm doing this, but let's go. Dedicated Assault Sherman Loader. That is what we want. Good investment. But luckily, as this is my main account, I have lots and lots and lots of crew members. And so accordingly, what I'm going to take here is I got a full ace, I've got brothers in arms, and I'm going to take intuition. I think it's that important to be able to switch between the shells. On top of that, I'm going to probably take repairs because, again, this is more of an assault tank that wants to be in close quarters combat rather than at decent distances. So let's take the M4A3E2 out onto the battlefield with this lovely intuition ability. So being able to switch between HE and heat on this tank is practically mandatory if you want to play a derp gun successfully. Sure, I guess you could say the reload's only 6.46 seconds, but that just means that you can be able to do an intuition switch in like maybe 1.5 seconds if you're using vents on this vehicle, as well as a premium consumable and brothers in arms. what a lot of people don't realize is how well the intuition skill scales with crew skill. And if you didn't know that, then you should go and watch my entire guide to crew and crew skills that I released on the channel, I think, in November. Definitely, if you're a new player out there or you're ever confused about crews, 100% would recommend that one. Might not be my most watched video of the month, but I think it was my best video of the month. So I guess I got to finish what I was saying anyway about about how intuition scales with crew. So this number is basically a percentage of your overall reload, and it massively reduces depending on how much of crew skill you have. So things like Brothers in Arms vents and hopefully Bond vents, as well as a premium consumable, can manage to etch that down significantly. Alright, so I'm taking the Assault Sherman into the valley. I got to be a little bit careful here because obviously my view range is awful. Have you seen the map? Oh wow, there's a tiger. Intuition, is it going to pay off for me? Can I really not pen a tiger? I really thought that I could pen a tiger. I guess I only have 100 millimeters of pen. That's pretty disappointing. I think I might be able to pen the top of his tank though. I think I might be able to pen the top of his tank. Oh no! Oh, not a good start for me, boys and girls. Well, at least the P43 took it. Who said that they would help me? An IKB? That's nice. What are you doing, P43? You coming up for some more? Oh, mate, what are you doing? Bouncing me? How dare you? How very dare you? You're meant to be a... He just keeps coming up as if he hasn't got a care in the world. I'm getting completely baffled by the audacity of this P43. Luckily, I'm a very heavily armored American tank, so I can just drive out in front of him, hopefully dump him in the turret. Wow, I got hit by a T67 there. That T67 must be up there or something. That's a very unusual position for a T67, and that's such a problem because I don't have any good view range on this vehicle, so I'll never be able to see him. But good luck trying to pen this thing in the turret with regular rounds. Okay, so the front of a T29 is going to pose extra challenging for this vehicle, but hopefully with some of my tanks at the back will be able to help out. We've got some TDs, including an E25. I think I just got to remain chill here, honestly. I lost half my hit points like a silly sausage trying to go after the top of the Tiger. I would have looked like a 5-head if I'd managed to go through the top of that German heavy tank. So playing this vehicle like this, it can be very expensive. Obviously, these heat rounds I think cost something stupid like 5,000 credits a shot. Sometimes, you know, when you want to get the job done, it's alright. And to have this 152 millimeters of turret armor is pretty cool. Looks like this Tiger's very hungry. Hungry for a little bit of a tasty tier 6 American medium tank, right? This corner here is a little bit awkward. The Black Prince wants to come play. I can't afford to get hit right now. I can go through his weak point on top, but his turret armor seems to be fairly good. Now he's dropping back now. I won't be able to catch him. Tricky position. Okay, let's just relax. Let's relax, because that T29, he doesn't want to relax. I guess I could fire HE. Could always fire HE. You know, you don't have to just fire heat and try and pen with 100. Might just track him. What do you think? A little bit of tracking damage? He fired, so I should be able to retrack. Yeah, okay. Better, closer, warmer. Can I retrack him again? I don't want to lose 320 hit points to a T29, and I don't think he likes me holding him in place. Kind of disappointed that my team isn't really catching him at all, but... Oh man, this isn't good. If he fires, Ooh, don't push me around the corner, friend. To be fair, this Black Prince is just trying to play. I think the Black Prince would do better trying to fight this T29 right now. I'm going to switch to Intuition because I know that I can shoot the nipple on the T29 right about here on the front. Oh, I missed it. It's actually a machine gun port, but yeah, you know, it looks like a little pokey. All right, so that blooming T67 keeps managing to get kills from the back. I might try and blind fire him, honestly. Doesn't look like I'm spotted right now. Where would you be if you were a T67? About here? No. Okay, did I get spotted? No. What about here? T67 about here? Maybe in this bush? No. We're going hunting. Hunting for overpowered tier 5 American tank destroyers. No. Luckily, these shells are incredibly cheap, so it's not really a big deal. I'm not firing my heat anymore, I'm firing my HE. No, indeed. Alright, well, a slow game here, but it's the matchup. And this gun, this tank it's a good tank. Whoa, that tree looks knocked down. Anyone think that's a bit suspicious? Anyone think that's a little suspicious? I think that's suspicious. That's very suspicious. Maybe he knocked the tree down and went and sat in it? Oh, man, so suspicious. I've never seen anyone sit up there before. Oh, we've actually got an idea of where he is now. He's like there. That one didn't hit. This T29 is not a happy camper. I don't think he likes what we're doing to him. Wow, did no damage. Oh, goodness gracious, this is looking a little unfortunate. We've lost all of our friends. This game's looking closer by the second. I just got to play the support role here for the Black Prince and hope that he doesn't get dealt with. Got to try and look after my hit points as well. Black Prince, don't get caught right now, buddy. Oh, here he comes. T67 coming through. Oh, he's mad. How mad is mad? Shall I see if I can get this tiger in the turret? No! Oh, wow, he's going for it, isn't he? Don't think he realizes what I am, though. Did you realize what I am? Yeah, I don't think you realized what I am, did you? That was pretty silly of you. Okay. Well, that's one way to get rid of him. Maybe he just didn't like me slinging shells at him from the back, right? Okay, I'm going to threaten that I'm... Oh, look at me, T29. I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous. Look at me. Look at me. Don't look at my Black Prince. Don't look at my Black Prince, you know? Don't look at my Black Prince. Okay, mate. Just chill out. You can kind of kill me in one shot. Okay, now... Oh, no. How did you get caught? Must be a Jackson at the back. Can I get the T29 in the side of the turret, even? I'm not even sure if I can. I gotta try. I gotta try this. I actually penned him with an heat shell through his weak point. Hopefully he doesn't get me here. Oh, this is a nightmare. Maybe I can track him now? Intuition switch. Maybe I can track him up in the air. Just keep slamming him. I gotta hope for the E25 to help. Come on, E25, please help. Jackson. Jackson. There he is. There's the Jackson. Oh, I gotta track him here. Oh, it didn't track him. What a nightmare. Maybe I can get his side. Aim down on his engine deck, maybe. Oh no, he high rolls for 346. Aye, and my E25 just lost all of his hit points playing like a complete turkey. Mate, it's not Christmas yet. Come on, bruv. Yeah, I'm sweating there in a tier 6 medium trying to fight arguably the best heavy tank tier for tier in the game, and you're driving around in an OP E25. Anyway, it's not a bad game. 1,200 damage. It's not great. It's not bad. We'll play to the T29. Scary tank to fight in that valley there. Maybe I should have tried to flank and go through the town. But I think if I hadn't been here with my friends, I think this would have been an even bigger disaster. All right. So we've played the best light tank. We've played the best medium. We've played the best tank destroyer. What's the best heavy? Oh, that's very fitting. Of course, it's the T29. Even though Wargaming have nerfed the T29, it's still a beast. Of course it is. But here is what you have to do now on the T29, boys and girls. Sure, you can use the 105mm caliber gun on the T29, but I think it'd be a little bit silly to do so. If you're a player who doesn't mind firing gold, that is. And that's because if we look at the two guns on the T29, Wargaming nerfed the 105 massively, but they didn't touch the 90mm. So the 90mm now has 0.7 seconds better aim time. It now has 0.04 better accuracy, over a third better DPM. It's got like 40% more DPM. And if you load gold, while your alpha damage suffers, you've pretty much got the same penetration. So just spam gold with the 90mm. I used to play this thing with the 90mm with gold anyway, but even now, even with the nerfs, now it's just an absolute no-brainer. So I'm going to go with Vent, Gunram, and Turbo. And one of the reasons why this vehicle is so incredibly strong is because Wargaming, in their great brilliance with the field mods, decided that the most competitive class in the game, which is heavy tanks, should be able to get a field mod that just improves all of their view range by, is it 2% or is it 3%? I'm going to have to alt-tab and make sure I back myself up so I'm not sprouting garbage on the internet, because that's the last thing I want to be, is fake news. QB is fake news. So which one is it? 3% view range, and you'd be crazy not to take it because artillery doesn't even really exist in the game anymore. Well, it does, but it doesn't. So I've got two builds on this tank. One is going to be with a turbo and one is going to be with a durability device. I'm going to go with a durability device for this map, because I really don't feel like the turbo is that necessary. All of the fighting is just going to be in the middle, so I might as well have not only that extra 10% hit points, but more importantly, my tracks can be healthy, so hopefully I can make better trades. Now this is going to make my reverse speed a lot worse on the vehicle, which I'm not looking forward to. It also means that I will be slower into position, but I do feel that on a map like this, it's just more important to not get your... I'll help you, mate, let's go. It's more important to just not get your tracks slowed down. Alright, so I'm playing with an IS-6 with no camo. Looks like he had to take his hands off WASD to reach his Z key, and he's just crashed into a building, but that's okay. Who am I to judge? I said I'd help him out, and I will. Oh my gosh, is that an AMBT and a Yank Panther? This is, this is, I get, this is not cool right now. Okay, that AMBT is going to start smacking me in the side. I'm gonna have to repair that. Can you believe he tracked me instantly, and there goes my engine. All right, that's a disaster. I did not expect an AMBT to go there so quickly. And I need this T43 to back out. Okay. That's a complete unmitigated disaster. Well played to the AMBT for racing into that position. This is why you shouldn't be talking about things. You should be assessing the enemy's capabilities, you know? And unfortunately, I did not assess the enemy's capabilities. I did not see that they had an AMBT. And to all intents and purposes, a Progetto 54 could have been able to rush through there as well, which would have been able to catch me. So that's just a straight up misplay by me. But luckily, I'm in a T29, so I should be okay. I have to admit, this engine right now, it's seen better days, right, boys and girls? Seen better days. For the first time in like 10 years, somebody drove the Punto, by the way, that wasn't me. My neighbor borrowed the Punto, my Punto, which I've had for 18 years the other day. I know, most YouTubers are meant to be driving like Lamborghinis and stuff right now. QuickyBaby still drives the same Fiat Punto after 18 years. Let me clarify, it's not for poverty. I definitely could afford a nice car if I wanted one, but I just have no need to, because I have a 10-meter commute. A 10-meter commute. That's right. I get up, I basically go 10 meters, and then there I am, at work, ready to smash some tanks again. No. Okay, so what was I saying? So yeah, neighbor borrowed the Punto, and she said, oh, it drives well. That's not what she sounds like at all. Actually, yeah, that's good, because I'm making sure that she remains anonymous. Oh no, you said it was a she. Oh no, half of the population has been exposed. Could be QB's neighbors, because it's a she. Possibly, yes. Alright. This bloody game, honestly. That AMBT really did. Can you just move? I think it's a bot. It might not be a bot, but I need to start to work this position. I'll say thank you to him. Alright. So I said thanks, so I lose all my hit points to the AMBT. What? Did...
We're dead for. Everyone get out.
No actual... Hold on. Shut the box. Did he really hit me round the corner in my lower plate? Well played to you, AMBT. Oh my goodness, how can he hit that shot? He must have just had... I think he hit like the edge of the machine gun. This is... Oh, complete bloody disaster. Oh, an utter disaster. I end up doing 0 damage in a T29. Well played AMBT, you know? Nice, balanced auto-reloader managed to clap me, it looks like. A pixel around the corner. Nice shot. Just shot me in the front of the turret like that. I guess it was gold APCR or something. And then that one, that's fair. That was me trying to say thank you to my friend, and I didn't expect the corner to be like that. Utter disaster. And the extra hit points, they didn't even help me out. Oh my lord. Are you kidding me? I did not think that an AMBT could be able to tag me round that corner like that. Well, there you go. This is why these are the games you wouldn't see on YouTube otherwise, right? Holy moly. You're telling me that he can just... I've never thought about just clapping the side of a T29 turret. I guess he was much further over here than I gave him credit for. Oh, unmitigated disaster, boys and girls. That will not do. We're going to have to double dip on the T29. Okay, this is really sad. My team actually ended up just carrying me in that game, even though I did 0 damage. But you know what? That won't run. We can't let that run. Let's play the T29 one more time. Because come on, this is a classic. This is one of the original heavies in World of Tanks. Although, when I say that, only original for the EU version of the game. That's because the Russians managed to have World of Tanks for 6 months before EU. I believe they got it towards the end of 2010, whereas release for the USA or the NA region and the EU region was April 2011. And in the very original game, the Americans weren't in it. The super early version of the game only had the Germans and the USSR. And so the Americans were actually added into it. Now, the T29 was the original Tier 7 Heavy, and it still is. And really, not much has changed. Apart from, any of you old school players remember that the ears actually used to count as hitboxes back in the day? It was staggering. All right, I'm going to take a turbo this time, because obviously the durability device just really wasn't lucky for me. Although, on this kind of a map, once again, I do think the durability device would be fabulous, because it's all about once you've got into position. Now, sure, the turbo can allow you to pull backwards, but and help you to get there about 10% faster. But I don't think it's really worth it. Getting there 10% faster to lose 10% hit points and to have to worry about using your repair kit on your tracks multiple times, well, yeah, definitely not the best. However, it looks like the 703 is also possibly using a turbo on that tank. I don't think that thing can go 40 normally, can it? There's no way, because if it did, then with a turbo it would be able to go 45. I'd personally like to let this Super Pershing go through, but to be fair, as soon as the slope starts to go up, the Super Pershing is going to slow down. Unlike the Arnie, which is actually going to undertake the Super Pershing, and the Super Pershing looks at the Arnie, obviously very jealous in this scenario, hoping that they have some BZ-176 rocket boosters. I think the Super Pershing is actually looking enviously at the Arnie, and that's exactly what I said about my tank review, right, about the Iron Arnie, is that it is a Super Pershing for 2022, pretty much. And I don't really feel like the preferential matchmaking is worth it on the Super Pershing these days. I'm kind of surprised the T29 with the turbo is this powerful, but it does get a very nice power-to-weight ratio with its engine. Alrighty then, it's a Skoda T56, an Iron Arnie, and a Super Pershing and a T29. And the funny thing is this thing's a bit of a sleeper tank, really, in this regard. But you'd worry about those vehicles, but you've also got to worry about this one. Alright, Skoda is -1. Is that guy going to push into the dip or not? I would really like to go into the dip. I wanna take the fight to the enemy team. Looks like my team just want to push me further and further around the corner, which is kind of irritating. Alright, and here we go. We're in the dip. Let's go. This is a CS-53, which has terrible turret armor, but yeah, I guess the standard pen on this tank is even worse. Luckily, my great rate of fire means that I should be able to just aim for his weak point. Am I going to be free to play? Am I going to try and be free to play in this video, or am I just going to spam gold? Because if I just spam gold, I don't even really have to aim at his turret. Well, to be fair, if somebody sits still for you, it's always nice, so it feels rude to spam gold when somebody's doing something as nice. And we've already managed to get the enemies to pull back, although I would like to pretend it's me, but I think it's probably the Skoda T56 on my team, who is just pushed forwards and finished off that tank. Can I get this guy underneath? I'm actually going to just track him. Oh, never mind. Very nice of you. I'm gonna medkit that. Wow, he actually got me there. I'm quite surprised that he actually managed to get me, but nice shot. Am I going to get hit by a TD if I do this? There goes his repair kit. How did he get me? Did he overmatch? We have to take a look at battle hits afterwards. So if anyone's wondering what that modification is, it's called Battle Hits, an awesome modification by a Ukrainian gentleman whose online gamer tag is Polaroid. Polaroid. And he makes awesome modifications. If you want to, find a link to it. I probably will forget to put it in the description down below, but you can always find it on the Wargaming mod store, and I will always put a link in my FAQ document as well, which you can maybe find in the description. Do I put my FAQ in the description? Probably. If not, you can find it always on my Twitch channel. Twitch channel, he says. That's right, QB's got a Twitch channel, as if I don't say it enough. As if I don't say it enough, but, you know. Some people like not just a dose of the QuickyBabs on the YouTube. Look at that, that's sneaky guy. What's up, Black Prince, how you doing? Yeah, I would not mess with this tank. Black Prince, don't. I'm your arch nemesis. I am your kryptonite. That's right, I'm a blooming T29 and you're a Black Prince. Oh god. America. If I was streaming right now, everyone would be like, USA! USA! Every time we get a kill, they just love it. Americans, you put them in a good tank like this, and they can't get enough of it. Oh, talk about USA. God, these kills are just coming to me. I have to admit, the player base gets a lot worse around this time of the year, because a lot of the casual players come back. And so that does mean that you've got more opportunities, old sport, more opportunities. Did I say I was going to be free to play? Now I'm just spamming gold like it's free. But to be fair, it is Christmas. What does that mean? That I have to give more gold? What am I, one of the 3 kings? Maybe. A lot of gold all over the place. I need some is it frankincense and myrrh? I always remember one of my favorite comedies. This is showing my age right now. One of my favorite comedies. Oh no! I need to stop thinking about comedy because I'm becoming a clown. That could actually be game losing there. I lost nearly all my hit points to an ISU 152K. Oh gosh, this Pershing's gonna get me now. Luckily, he doesn't get me now. Okay, finish your comedy thoughts. Anyway, one of my favorite comedies is a rather crass British sitcom called Bottom. And it has the late Rick Mayall, and is his name Adrian Edmondson? And my sister used to watch it. My sister's a lot older than me. My sister's 19 years older than me. And so she was a great influence. And so I'd watch it when I was a kid. Maybe you've seen some of the phrases or some of the ridiculousness across maybe some of my videos over the years, or maybe across some of my streams more likely. And the reason why I'm talking about this... why am I talking about this? Because I just love it. I love that. It's the Britishness, right? The Britishness comes out in that regard. Oh, super Pershing! I want this kill. Yoink. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Yoink, yoink, yoink. But yeah, British people are quite eccentric within that regards. Dang, I can even spot people, just like I said with regards to the field mods. Right, you hit me once, ISU. Oh!
Bail out. This vehicle is heading.
Blooming arty. Blooming arty. Of course they had to finish me off. Well, that's a better game for the T29. Cha-ching! 3,000 damage there and 300 assistance. In total, that'll be a 3,400 combined game and 4 kills. A lot better than the 0 that we did. But well played to that AMBT for farming me up. They absolutely smashed me. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, those were the best American tanks in the game. Shame that there weren't loads of tier 10s, but maybe you liked that. Maybe you liked the fact that we were playing those kind of mid-tier vehicles. And obviously, mid-tier American tanks truly shine. That's not to say that the tier 10 tanks are not good. America's tier 10 tanks are very decent as well. They're not hyper competitive, but honestly, they're kind of fun to play. T110E5, if you can just forget about the weak point on top, your opponents won't, but if you can forget about it and just make that gun sing and apply pressure and use the boat-shaped side hull, which is very, so you can over-angle it to be able to ricochet shells, you can really get clapping in the E5. M48 Fabulous Tank, my most played vehicle. Again, great shaped side hull so you can over-angle and you'll really rock and roll with regards to that. It's just a great all-rounder and the field mods really help on that tank. So I'm number 1 on experience, number 1 on damage, and I make 27,000 credits profit after we resupply all of the ammunition. Not a bad round for an absolutely flawless tank. If you can't make the T29 work, then you probably shouldn't go up the tech tree, because this is one of the highlights of the American heavies, and the T32 is in a good position. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that was it for today. Really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. A nice session, 80% wins. A reasonable amount of combined for tier 7. If we were to not have that terrible round in the T29 when we did nothing, then it will actually ended up being a really nice session all in all. And let me know in the comments down below whether any of these vehicles surprise you in making it into the best of the USA. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.